You've probably heard the saying, you can't heal in the same environment that broke you, and there's a painful amount of truth to that. Maybe you've been trying to meditate your way out of exhaustion, or use affirmations to quiet your anxiety, but you're still in the same job, the same routine, or the same four walls where your burnout began. If that's you, you are not failing at healing. You are trying to grow a garden in poisoned soil. You're doing all the right things, the journaling, the mindfulness, the deep breaths, but you still feel stuck. The exhaustion is a low hum just beneath the surface. You feel a flicker of hope, but then the slightest thing, an email notification. The familiar gloom of your office lighting snuffs it right out. This feeling of being trapped, of running in place, isn't a personal failure. It's a biological reality. And while a huge part of burnout is caused by systemic issues like crushing workloads and a lack of institutional support, your immediate environment plays a massive role too. You're trying to recover in an ecosystem saturated with the very triggers that made you sick. Today, we're not just going to talk about this feeling, we're going to get into it. We'll explore the powerful science of why your mind is struggling to heal, and most importantly, I will give you a blueprint to transform your environment from a cage into a sanctuary, creating a space where your mind can finally begin to recover. So, why is it so hard? Why does walking back into the same office, or even just opening your laptop at the same kitchen table, feel like it undoes all your progress? The answer lies in three powerful forces at play in your brain: context, dependent memory, chronic cortisol exposure, and attention fatigue. First, let's talk about context-dependent memory. Our brains are incredibly efficient association machines. They don't just store memories, they store the entire context around them: the sights, sounds, smells, and emotions. Think about how the smell of a certain perfume can instantly transport you back to a specific moment. It's a neat feature of memory, but it has a dark side when it comes to burnout. The desk where you received hundreds of stressful emails, the dinging of the notification that meant your boss needed something urgently. These aren't just objects or sounds anymore. They are encoded in your brain as cues for a threat response. When you re-enter that environment, your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, doesn't wait for a new threat. It recognizes the context and fires off a warning signal based on past experiences. It's like having a smoke detector that goes off every time you toast bread, because it still remembers the grease fire from 5 years ago. You're not in immediate danger, but your body goes into high alert anyway, because the environment itself has become a trigger. This leads to our second problem, the chemical cage of cortisol. When your brain's alarm is constantly being triggered, it floods your body with the stress hormone cortisol. In short bursts, cortisol is useful, but when your surroundings perpetually signal a threat, often due to organizational issues like long hours or lack of support, you end up in a state of chronic stress. This constant elevation of cortisol does more than just make you feel wired and tired. It can actively work against your healing. Over time, it can contribute to the shrinking of the hippocampus, a part of the brain crucial for emotional regulation and memory, making it even harder to manage your state of mind. This is the poisoned soil I was talking about. You can plant the best seeds, meditation, therapy, positive thinking, but if the soil is saturated with cortisol, it's tough for anything to grow. Your environment is keeping you in a chemical state of survival, not recovery. Finally, there's reattention restoration theory. Think of your ability to focus, what scientists call directed attention, as a finite mental resource, like the battery on your phone. The environments where burnout happens are usually incredibly draining. Constant noise, clutter, endless notifications, and high-pressure demands all deplete this battery. When it's empty, you experience directed attention fatigue. The symptoms: brain fog, irritability, and being easily distracted. Healing requires this battery to be recharged. But if you stay in the same demanding environment, you're trying to charge your phone while still running 10 apps. It never gets a chance to replenish. Natural environments, on the other hand, engage what is called soft fascination. Watching leaves rustle or clouds move doesn't require intense focus, allowing your directed attention to rest and recharge. While a walk in nature is fantastic, true attention restoration in a work context also means systemic changes like fewer meetings, more autonomy, and realistic deadlines. Without a real chance to restore, your mind stays in a state of perpetual fatigue. Let's be clear, Burnout is primarily an organizational problem, not a personal failing. Lasting solutions require systemic change, better management, fairer workloads, and real support. But while you advocate for those bigger shifts, you are not powerless. You can start by reclaiming your immediate environment and creating a space that fights for you, not against you. Here's a 3-step blueprint to get started. Step 1. The mental shift, from prison to sanctuary. Before you move a single thing, the biggest change has to happen in your head. For months, maybe years, you've seen your environment, be it your home or your office, as the scene of the crime, a place of stress and exhaustion. The first step is to consciously decide that this ends now. This is about reclaiming your agency. It's looking at the 4 walls around you and seeing them not as a cage, but as a tool for your mental health. This mindset shift is everything, because it changes your relationship with your space from one of passive suffering to one of active creation. Give yourself permission for your space to serve, your well-being above all else. It doesn't have to be magazine perfect. It doesn't need to be optimized for productivity. Right now, its main job is to be a sanctuary for your nervous system, a place where your brain can finally get the signal that it's safe to power down, rest, and heal. Say it out loud, this space is for my healing. Step 2. The physical transformation, redesigning your recovery zone. With this new mindset, let's get practical. Transforming your physical space doesn't have to be expensive or a huge project. It's about small, intentional changes that send a powerful signal of safety and calm to your brain. First, declutter to de-stress. A cluttered space contributes to a cluttered mind. Every object in your view competes for a tiny piece of your already drained attention. You don't need to become a minimalist overnight. Just start with one small area, a corner of your desk, one shelf, your bedside table. Remove everything that isn't essential or that you don't find beautiful. A clearer space reduces cognitive load and quiets the low-level stress of visual chaos. Second, let nature in. The positive impact of nature on mental health is one of the most solid findings in environmental psychology. Exposure to green and blue spaces can lower cortisol, reduce stress, and boost your mood. If you can, put your desk near a window with a view of trees or the sky. If not, bring nature inside. Buy a few houseplants. Studies show even one plant can have a calming effect. Use high-quality photos or screensavers of natural landscapes. Play ambient sounds of rain or birdsong. These things provide the soft fascination your brain needs to recharge its attention battery. Third, create a sanctuary spot. This is critical. Designate one chair, corner, or even just a cushion on the floor as your dedicated rest space. This spot is sacred. No work, no doom scrolling, no stressful calls. This is where you go to read, listen to music, or just do nothing. By using this spot only for relaxation, you're creating a powerful new context-dependent memory. You are actively training your brain to associate this specific place with calm. Over time, just sitting there will become a cue for your body to relax. Step 3. The invisible environment, your social and digital world. Your environment isn't just physical, it's also the social and digital worlds you're immersed in, and they can be just as draining or healing. Let's start with your social environment. The people you interact with are a huge part of your mental ecosystem. Take a gentle inventory. Who leaves you feeling energized, and who leaves you feeling drained? Healing from burnout means you have to be fiercely protective of your energy. This may mean setting loving boundaries, saying no to commitments that feel like a chore, and consciously spending more time with people who fill your cup. A supportive social network is a powerful buffer against stress. Finally, let's tackle the most invasive environment, your digital space. Your phone is a microenvironment you carry everywhere, and it's likely optimized for anxiety, not healing. Time for a redesign. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Those constant pings are a direct assault on your recovering nervous system. Curate your social media feeds ruthlessly. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate or angry. Follow accounts that share calming art or beautiful nature. This is also about pushing back against the always-on culture that fuels burnout. Silencing work notifications after hours isn't just good for you, It's a small act of rebellion for a healthier work culture. Healing from burnout isn't about trying harder, it's about creating the right conditions. You can't will yourself to be a healthy plant in poisoned soil. The constant fight against environmental triggers depletes the very energy you need to recover. Your brain is simply and wisely responding to the signals it's getting. But you are the architect of your immediate ecosystem. You have the power to change those signals by making a mental shift to reclaim your space, physically transforming your surroundings to signal safety, and curating your digital world. You create an environment where healing is not just possible, but inevitable. You give your mind and body the fertile ground they need to grow again. The journey out of burnout isn't about escaping your life. It's about intentionally redesigning it to support your recovery. Your journey starts with one small step, so I invite you to share in the comments below. What is one small change you're going to make to your environment this week? It could be as simple as buying one plant, clearing off your nightstand, or turning off email notifications after 8 p.m. Let's build a community of healing, one intentional change at a time.